Hello everybody, it's me, Riffraff Hornhelm, and I'm back again with another presentation from the Dwarven Vault. And today, we have a magic item review. And we're going to look at some more miscellaneous magic items that come from the original Dungeon Master's Guide, as used with the original Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, or what's typically called 1E today. So, what weird items are we going to look at today? Well, we're going to look at a couple more items that, once again, express the good cop, bad cop mentality that was in so many of the original items in Dungeons & Dragons. So we're looking at the Afridi bottle, and also the ever-smoking bottle. Now, once again, these are two items that look identical from the outside, and the only time you find out what's on the inside is when you pull the stopper out. Nasty. Now, they are both very aptly named. If you open the stopper on the Afridi bottle, an Afridi pops out. Now, that's most of the time a good thing. 80% of the time, it's an Afridi, and it'll serve you as is described in the original Monster Manual, which is for a longer-term servant that will not only grant you wishes and desires, but, think of Disney. It could be your blue buddy. Now, on that remaining 20%, 10% of the time when it first appears, it will instantly attack you. The other 10% of the time, it will give you 3 wishes and then disappear, and not serve you as it would do if it was the remaining 80%, depending on where you roll, or where the DM rolls. So the Afridi bottle is really useful to any character that finds it. The only problem, like I said, is you don't know if it's an Afridi bottle or not until you open it. Now, an identify, depending on how kind your dungeon master is, could maybe give you a clue, or there might be other ways, maybe inscriptions on the bottle, something of that nature, but they're supposed to look identical. So, the Afridi bottle and the ever-smoking bottle. Now, the ever-smoking bottle is also very aptly named. Once you break the seal, it starts pouring out smoke. Now, this, of course, is I guess a cursed item. It pumps out 50,000 cubic feet of smoke in the first round, and 10,000 cubic feet of smoke for every round, or every turn. I think it's every turn thereafter. It's crazy, and it won't stop. Until you're able to stopper it in some way, it won't stop. Pretty nasty. Nothing like... not only potentially giving away your position, but also getting you absolutely lost as lost can be. Handy, right? Once again, these two items look identical. And it's one of the many items in the miscellaneous magic section that are kind of set up as good cop, bad cop. One is a useful item, the other tends to be a cursed item. So, interesting stuff. Neither one of these are major items, but both of them are an awful lot of fun. I've certainly played with both of these in a dungeon before. I have had some amusing moments with, honestly, with both of these. Highly recommended. Now, of course, I had to go out to the greater Hornhelm community and ask them about, well, what did you think of this? Both the dungeon masters and the players. And of course, the dungeon masters came back and said, hey, these are useful, fun, that kind of stuff. Solid 5. Players came back and said it ranged more of a 5 to 6 to them, but both, funny and useful. So, yeah, that's okay. I honestly, myself, I kind of rank it a little bit lower than that, but it's up to others. It's up to what you want it to do and what you think of it. So, 2 very interesting items, once again, both ends of the spectrum, good and bad. And find a use for them in your dungeon sometime. So that, my friends, is the Afridi bottle and the Ever Smoking bottle from the original Dungeon Master's Guide for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I hope you found today's presentation to be interesting, amusing, useful, all that kind of good stuff. If you did, well, please leave us a like, consider subscribing if you haven't, but most of all, please come back and see us again real soon. We thank you so much for your kind support. Take care, everyone. And remember, dwarves rock!